Oh boy. Woo. This is something else. Mm-mm. Good morning and welcome to Coffee Talk. If you can hear me, please push a heart or something so I can know that you can hear me. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Yes, messy hair. Just how real is that, Kelly? So I have this eye thing going on where I woke up this morning. It started last night before I went to bed. This eye was so itchy and it feels funky. I don't think it's pink eye, but I don't quite know what it is. So my grandmother taught me a trick when I was young to buy Johnson's baby shampoo and wash your eyes 3 times a day with Johnson's baby shampoo. Works like a charm. So if your eyes are ever feeling funky, get Johnson's baby shampoo and wash your eyes. You'll be like, yes, honey, my eyes are perfect. Okay. So, I was thinking about a lot of the messages that I get from you guys about how dire your situations are. Now, this Coffee Talk is not to discredit whatever you're going through in any capacity, but I want to bring you back to certain seasons of my life where I can emphasize and exhibit that you are not stuck in your current situation. It is a season of your life. It is not your life. And sometimes you just need to hear someone say, I've been in that pain. I've been in that pain, that discomfort, that fear. It will pass. You will heal. You will smile again. Okay? I will take you to the most excruciating times in my life. Obviously, the morning that my father died, right? I can remember living in that existence for a while, feeling like my life would never go back to normal. I remember we were Jewish at the time, and people sit Shiva, which is where they come over and instead of bringing flowers, they sit on cardboard boxes and like stare at each other. All the mirrors are covered. Nobody sits in a chair. It's like almost like a testament to the dead, that they don't want to be too comfortable and they don't want to be vain. So they sit Shiva. And I remember for 2 weeks after my dad died, everybody sat Shiva at my house. And I remember thinking, this is my life now. Sadness and crying, mourning and longing and missing my dad, and this is my life. I'm 17 and this is my life. Now, I did not have the tools to foresee that things would get better, that I would go to college, that I would make new friends, that I would get married, that I would have babies. I knew those things would probably happen, but I did not realize that the sadness would ever end and the joy would start. I thought I would get married still sitting Shiva. I would have babies still sitting Shiva. Listen, happy birthday, Carrie Evelyn. Listen to what I'm saying. Sitting Shiva is a metaphor, but it was real in my life because we were Jewish. My father was Jewish. I believed that I would go on from that experience sitting Shiva for the rest of my life, metaphorically. That I would get a job, still mourning, sitting Shiva. I would meet a man and get married and sit Shiva at my own wedding, right? That I would have babies and be sitting Shiva in the delivery room, right? The truth is that eventually I stopped sitting Shiva and I started living my life again. And I met new friends, and food tasted good, and music was fun again, and I danced, and I loved, and I made love, and my body could feel again, and I wasn't numb anymore. And it took me a long time to get there because I became very self-destructive. So my situation was a little bit different than other people, metaphorically sitting Shiva. But my point of saying that is that I did heal. Doesn't mean I don't miss my dad. It doesn't mean that I don't still cry for him at times. It means that I thought sitting Shiva would be my life. I would metaphorically be sitting Shiva forever. And the funny thing is, first of all, how many of you are not Jewish and have never heard sitting Shiva before, and now you're all going to say it. You're going to be like, I'm not sitting Shiva anymore. I am up off this cardboard box. I will not sit Shiva anymore. And like all your Christian friends are going to be like, what is she talking about? She must have got it from that weird pizza bagel girl she listens to in the morning. Another heartbreaking time in my life, right? Maybe even more painful than my dad, maybe, was when Michael and I lost that baby. Quite possibly the darkest night of my life. Literally and metaphorically. In the hospital, I had to spend the night in the hospital because I had to have emergency surgery. For those of you who don't know, I had an ectopic pregnancy between Max and Charlie. And my ectopic pregnancy, like all of my children, was bound and determined to make an entrance, like this one coming in the door now. What is the issue? You're upset that I made you get dressed for school? Okay, what is the issue? Talk to me. But can you take it down a minute? Hey, look at me. Look at me. If you use your words, I can understand you. If you howl, I can understand you. Do you want to take a minute and go sort of lock it up and then come back so I can understand you?
It's not fair.
What is not life?
They always get to do stuff before me.
Okay, honey, they came down 2 minutes before you. You're all discombobulated here. Okay, you know what? Why don't you do this? Can you do this? Can you let me finish coffee talk and I'll come help you get situated? Oh, well, I don't want to zip you yet because your shirt is not buttoned right. Ask Olivia to help you button your shirt right. Whoa. Come back here. No, ma'am. No. I understand you're upset, but you will not stomp away from me and you will not slam my door. Look at me. Okay. Charlie. Baby. Listen. Get it together. Baby, they woke up 5 minutes before you. You'll be doing what they're doing in 2 seconds. All you have to do is ask sister to help you button your shirt, okay? Okay. Thank you for not stomping away from me. And thank you for gently closing my door. Thank you. Woo! Y'all, that's a lot for 6:48 in the morning. No, do not. Okay, look, I know what y'all want to do right now. Y'all want to be like, oh, Charlie, we love you. Give her whatever she wants. No. 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 Not happening. And she will not stomp away from me, and she will not slam my door. And anybody who is interested in that behavior is welcome to take her. Yes, you are. Okay. I want to go back to what I was telling you because it is important to me. The day that I lost that baby, the night that I lost that baby, I remember this thought. Listen to me. I remember looking out the window of the hospital into the darkness and really and truly believing that the sun would never shine on me again. I want you to hear that. I believed that I would live in that darkness forever. I thought there would never be another reason for me to smile. It was the most profound sadness I had ever experienced in my life. And I didn't even know that baby. I didn't even know the baby. I didn't even know I was pregnant. I went to see Dr. Huggins because my period never stopped. Okay? So I just thought I wasn't in any pain, nothing. The second I saw the heart beating on the ultrasound and realized the baby was in the wrong place and there was nothing we could do, I instantly felt it was the most helpless, awful feeling. But what I want you to understand is when I was in that hospital alone, I laid in bed with the most empty feeling inside. I've never felt emptiness like that before. I didn't even know it existed. Much in the way that you don't know love for a child exists until you have one. I was so hollow and so empty that when Michael came to sit beside me, he claims he had an entire conversation with me that I don't remember. And that he actually went to Dr. Huggins and said, I don't know if she'll be okay. And Dr. Huggins said, she'll be okay. We'll get her through it. She'll be okay. I want you to understand something. I never believed the sun would shine again. I never believed I could feel full again. I thought I would feel empty and dark for the rest of my life. I was in that current situation and did not see a way out. I didn't ask for it. I didn't do anything to deserve it. There was no rhyme or reason. My faith was wavering. I was like, what the hell is this crap? I was in excruciating emotional distress. That is the only way I could explain it. I want you to understand something though. I was able to find joy again before Charlie. Charlie was a blessing and is. I mean, who doesn't love that sound? Who doesn't want to hear a child howling in their ear? But I made the conscious decision. I need you to hear this. I was so tired of living in darkness when I came home from the hospital for days. I had a 2-year-old and a 1-year-old at home, a husband who loved me, and all I could think was, I will never smile again. Food will never taste good again. I don't want to have sex anymore. I don't want to love anymore. What is the point? I just want to feel empty and disgusting and guilty and gross and angry. And then I realized, Jamie, you are becoming who you used to be. You're going right back to old Jamie. And here's where the self-destructive behavior will come. You will ruin your marriage. You will push your children away. You will lose all your friends. You will separate yourself from God because being mad at God is easy. I can find a reason to be mad at God every day. And I was like, whoa. Your current situation is just a chapter of your life. You have to know that. Where you are right now is a chapter. It is a season, and it will end. This too shall pass, as our mothers wisely told us when we were young, and they were right, and I will tell you now. Whatever emotional purgatory you are in right now will not last forever. The pain of loss, grieving, guilt, whatever it is that you are feeling now. I had a woman write to me and say that she had an affair, that her husband never paid attention to her. He never touched her. And she mourned the death of her marriage long before she ever had an affair. But once she had the affair, he then was able to use it to discredit her and shame her and make her look terrible to their children and to their friends and to their priest and to everybody else, and destroyed her. Never mind the fact that he hadn't acted like a husband in years, and everybody knew it. And she said to me, should I just commit suicide? That is where I'm at. I'm alone. My children won't talk to me. Everybody in my community has shamed me. I'm a disgusting human being. Should I just commit suicide, Jamie? No. Definitely not. Because 3 years from now, you'll be sipping Mai Tais with your boyfriend who rides a Harley somewhere in Florida, who adores you and can't stop licking your entire body and telling you how beautiful you are. And you will look back at that marriage and wonder why you stayed so long. And eventually your children will come back and they will love you again, and they will forgive you, because children forgive and people heal and people grow. And it may not be right this second, but it will happen. And that is how life works. Suicide is never the answer. Your current situation is just a season, and you will eventually move on. And whatever season you're in now, know that there is nothing you cannot get through. There is no situation, no matter how dark, that the sun will not eventually shine again. And I will tell you this, irregardless of the sins we commit, irregardless of the mistakes we make in our life, no matter how dark your season is, the sun will shine again. And someone will love you again. And you will eat food and realize how good it tastes. You will drink and catch a buzz and feel happy again. You will let a man touch you again after loss or divorce. And eventually you will go, I remember what this feels like. I don't want to suffer anymore. It is a choice that you say, I am done suffering. I am not going to sit Shiva anymore. I'm going to get up off this cardboard box and I'm going to get back in a chair. Then I'm going to take the blankets off all the mirrors and I'm going to look at myself again and I'm going to love what I see. And if you ever wonder if you are loved, the answer is yes, because if I'm the only one who loves you, I will love you every day. I'm not Whitney Houston, but I will love you always. Because I know what it's like to feel like I have been forsaken and unloved and not good enough and all of those things. I also know emptiness and mourning and loss. I also know that I've got a kid in the other room probably beating the crap out of her brother and sister. I love you so much. Please share this video with anybody who needs to see it. Just share it and say, somebody may need to hear this. Take a listen. I love you guys. And it's Thursday, and I love you, and I want you to have a great day.